if I can for a moment, grab your attention. It's early in the morning, so I probably sound a little groggy, but it's something I just want to get off my chest real quick. Is the hypocrisy in interracial dating. Ever notice when black women do it, they're exploring their options, but when a black man does it, he's a sellout? Ever notice how the product of an interracial relationship is worshipped, but the idea in the event of an interracial relationship is hated? There's a lot of hypocrisy in that. How can you love something from that which you hate? It goes back to when people try to tell me, oh, your boys are so beautiful, your boys are so handsome. Yeah, but you despise me, so how could you like that which comes from me if you despise me? It makes absolutely no sense. In this day and age, I don't really care who or what people do. I don't privacy watch, so to speak. Okay? So I don't care who does what. It doesn't affect me. I don't necessarily do it. I don't necessarily agree with it. But if that's what you do, that's what you do. It should never be one set of standards for one group and another set of standards for another group. It should all be the same. But unfortunately, we live in a day and age of society, or at least in this so-called black community, where if the women do one thing, it's okay. If the men do one thing, it's not okay. I don't understand that. There was a video, and I want to thank the brother for giving me a shout out. Excuse me. Man, my bad, bro. I'm like brain farting on your name. Open Dialogue. Sorry, brother. He gave me a shout in the video. He made a comment in one of his videos about having a woman that understands what black men go through and not being so combative at home and stressing him out more once he is home, seeing as how there is so much that we have to go through out in the world. And I replied to him in the comment section saying, they don't care. Majority of them do not care what we go through because they're selfish. They only care about how they feel, what they go through, because in the comment section alone, in that video, in my most infamous video of why I will avoid black women from now on, all the black women profess to me as if I'm talking about dating when I'm talking about not being around a certain type of individual, but their brains are too small to understand what I'm talking about. They see the title and they assume I'm talking about dating. You can't build with someone who can't get the gist of what you're saying. You can't. That's why it's over 70, I think it's up to 74%, I believe, are just alone with children. Because what's happening is these dudes get with these females because they look good, they got a big butt, whatever. Then they realize after they catch a nut, and that's the bad thing with men, we don't see clearly until we bust a nut. And then once we bust that nut, then we're like, damn, why'd I just do that? I'm speaking from experience, especially in my younger days. We bust nuts in these females because it feels good in the moment. And then once we do it, and then we realize that's all they really wanted, so they can feel like they got that sword over your head, over your neck. So if they do get pregnant, or if they end up getting pregnant, they can use it as a weapon against you. So instead of trying to bring you peace, again, which is why I say they're selfish, because they don't care about that. They don't care how the black man feels. It's about them, how they feel. And one day I will go into doing a video about my situation where I, almost got caught out there back in 2000, I think it was 2008. It was shortly before I ended up meeting my wife. But Not shortly. It was actually like 7 months before I met my wife. But either way, it's a damn shame that within our demographic, we have a bunch of outright hypocritical women who see nothing wrong with their hypocrisy. Maybe one day they'll change, but as long as you got simps out there who continue to tell them what a man should do for them and never tell them what they should do for a man, we just going to keep generating and recycling a bunch of useless women who just feel entitled and who feels like I should be able to let whoever I want squirt inside me. And if they don't do what I say do, then they're not a real man. So many females keep telling me, because I talked about the disrespect that happened to me, that somehow I'm a weak man, I'm a bitch, I'm online crying. Nah, I'm online trying to warn younger brothers because of the environment in which I grew up in. I was raised to treat women with a certain amount of respect, and I don't think it was done maliciously. I just think that the women who raised me didn't understand how fast majority of these black women out here had degraded down the toilet hole. Because I think they did it from a place of decency, not deceiving me. But they didn't realize how disgusting a lot of these females are and how willing they are to just open their womb out to the highest bidder. And it's really not even the highest bidder because they sleep with the lowest common denominators in the group so that they can feel like they have some type of supremacy over them. Because you wouldn't, a black man who's about his business would never tolerate the behaviors that are exhibited by majority of black women right now today. Only a simp would, because they would feel like they are blessed and privileged to be with someone who isn't really worth their time. And what a lot of brothers need to understand, and I'm going to leave it on this note, there's less of us than it is of them. So what should be happening? They should be competing for us. And I'm speaking to all you younger brothers who may see this. There's more of them than us. Therefore, that makes us supply and demand. So if the demand is high, there's few of us, the price should be higher. So therefore, what that means, brothers, that means we should expect a higher standard of woman. Not some fake Barbie doll, not some fake butt cheeks and breast implants and lightning bleaching cream type females or lightning filters type females. We should increase the bar because black men, I'm not including myself in this because I'm married, but you brothers that are single, understand this. You are more valuable than they are. So you need to, I can't do anything about it now. I'm good. But y'all need to raise the bar of expectations and stop settling for the big booty Barbie doll, the big booty Kim Kardashian, the black whatever Kardashian. It's foolishness. That's all I'm going to say about that. But the hypocrisy of interracial dating is so strong now, I don't think even the biggest simp can ignore it. Because if you could praise Meghan Markle, who doesn't look a bit of black, but then get mad when some white girls have a tan. Psychological issues, for sure.